Steve Scalise is joining me right now. He's been very patient. The House Minority Whip. We're headed to the White House briefing that's coming up a few minutes from now. But, Steve, essentially what governors are saying is we think it's best for our folks to stay home, period. End of story. What do you think of that?
Well, clearly you're seeing each governor handle it a little bit differently, but they're all following the direction from the CDC. And CDC guidelines have been, I think, what's been driving a lot of the decisions that governors have been making. And, so that's where those decisions have been coming from. But, in the end, it's trying to work through and hold things together so that families have something to come back to when we get beyond this. And I know we're working on a big relief package to try to ensure for both families and businesses that they can come back.
I'm curious. I mean, we're going to get more details of the next rounds of stimulus, and there are multiple ones that are coming up and, discussed, I know, in the Capitol. But I've heard figures now that are topping $2 trillion. I mean, is it getting that high? Higher still? What do you think?
Well, it's hard to say on the numbers because there are a lot of pieces that have been negotiated, not agreed to, but we're trying to finalize that over the next day or two. And clearly there are big pieces to it. And a lot of what you're looking at, too, on the business side is to try to get businesses to hold their workforce together as much as they can. I mean, we've seen large layoffs already, but there are a lot of companies trying to make a decision. Maybe they've got a bank note coming up in the next few days, and they have that, but they also want to keep as much of their workforce as they can. And, we're working with the banks and trying to get some regulatory relief. I know something I've been pushing, something we did after Katrina gave the banks the ability to do up to 90 days forbearance, where they pushed loans back an extra 90 days and gave you some breathing room when you had no cash flow. And clearly we know that's the case right now. And there are a lot of banks, by the way, that would like this ability as well without getting penalized by the regulator so that they could work with their local small businesses and say, look, I know you have no revenue. You can hold off for 3 months, push your loan back for 3 months, and keep your business intact. And the same is being done for families with mortgages.
I'm curious what you make of a lot of these measures, because they're meant to reassure businesses, much as the Federal Reserve and its cut in interest rates to zero is meant to reassure the markets. But the markets, as you know, Congressman, have been collapsing. We had one of our worst weeks, certainly going back to the financial crisis. Are you worried this, financially at least, is getting out of control?
Well, I'm very worried about how it's having an impact both short-term and long-term. And I think the biggest uncertainty that you're seeing in the markets is that they don't know when that date is going to be when things do come back. I mean, we are going to come back, and whether it's weeks, and some people are wondering if it's going to be longer than that. I hope it's not. And I think once we have a clear idea, when you listen to Dr. Fauci and others talk about that spike and, you don't want the hospital system overwhelmed, but, people want to know, okay, is it going to be a few more weeks? We can plan for that. And there's some businesses that are going to have trouble holding on for that long, but then there are a lot more that are saying if this is going to be months, then that would be a whole different situation. And I think, we've all got to recognize that. Hopefully we can address it on the front end like we are right now, and then get to a point where when it's time to come back open, there's businesses to come back open, there are jobs for people to go back to. And that's what we've got to be focused on, this relief package.
All right, we'll see what happens. Very good hearing you. I mean, a lot of the unity in this country echoes back to the time after you were tragically shot, Congressman, and survived that ordeal. It united both parties in a way that a lot of folks had hoped would last. You recovered from that, but the goodwill that came of that was relatively short-lived. This goodwill seems to be hanging on for a while. We'll see if it lasts as well. So much more on that and the impact of that with Steve Scalise.